The itsy bitsy spider climbed up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain, and the itsy bitsy spider climbed up the spout again.
Now in dispatch.
Can you please help me?
What's wrong?
My mom's old boyfriend is trying to hurt my mom, and I'm really scared, and I need help.
They are young and helpless, precious and innocent. They live in homes all across Sonoma County, in mobile home parks, in downtown apartments, in exclusive gated communities. They are eyewitnesses to scenes you can't imagine, pawns in a game of abuse and terror. They are the smallest victims of Sonoma County's largest tragedy, domestic violence. They are the children of moms like Deanna.
In the beginning, it was a good relationship. It was fun. We spent a lot of time together with our kids. As time went by, I noticed that he would have a tendency to say things to me that I didn't feel was appropriate for me. He would make jokes at my expense, make me feel belittled in front of other people. Things started getting worse. I started doubting myself a lot. I couldn't make decisions. I would sit all day long, not knowing what to do with myself, whether to take a shower or not. At bedtime, which was 8:30, I would get very physically sick to my stomach, because if the house wasn't shut down for him to get his sleep, then we would have to suffer consequences. And I remember my son looking me in the eye one day and saying, "How can you let this happen to us?" We had separated, and I had moved into a new house with my kids, and their father wanted to move in with us, but I had told him that that wasn't going to happen. So he got really angry one night and decided that he was going to live with us, and used an axe on our door and broke it down. And the glass that was shattering, my children heard all of it. They were down the hallway. They heard everything going on. They were scared to death. And by the time he came in the door, I was on the phone with 911. When the police got there, one of the officers had handed me a pamphlet that was from the YWCA.
Living life afraid, being in harm's way, witnessing violence. It puts children under extreme stress, at risk for long-term physical, mental, and behavioral problems, and worse. Children who grow up in a violent home are more likely to become abusers or victims of domestic violence as adults. Deanna's story is just one story in a world full of them. How full? How big is the problem in Sonoma County?
The scope of the problem of domestic violence in Sonoma County is huge. What makes domestic violence different than other crimes is the fact that the majority of the time it occurs in the home, the very place where everyone should feel the safest, especially women and children. And what makes it different also is that it's a hidden crime. Too often the crime goes unreported. Unfortunately, the national statistic is only 1 out of 10 domestic violence incidents go reported to law enforcement. Every year, law enforcement receives over 2,000 calls regarding domestic violence incidents. And half of the bookings in the jail are domestic violence related. The Y plays a crucial role in this process, not only to help a victim become a survivor, whether it's going into a safe house or getting other services that she needs or her children need, but secondly, and equally important, is providing the support to ensure that a victim has the courage and the strength to walk into a courtroom and testify against the person who has harmed her.
Behind the closed doors of Sonoma County homes, domestic violence is common, widespread, and growing. Growing due to America's economic crisis, a crisis that is also closing the door on funding for domestic violence programs. And no home is immune to the violence. From small homes to executive homes, cramped apartments to rural estates, women and children are being threatened, intimidated, and worse. Behind closed doors in every corner of Sonoma County, domestic violence is happening. Except behind this door. The door to the YWCA Sonoma County's Safe House. Behind this door is the safest home in Sonoma County. In here, the world-class organization dedicated to eliminating racism and empowering women, the YWCA, offers a home of help and hope, support and smiles. In here are women at the pinnacle of danger, those who have left an abusive, explosive situation, and are most at risk for injury, even murder. In truth, this is their only place of safety, because no other shelter in Sonoma County offers this degree of security. The YWCA Safe House is an 8-week experience in a secure environment that is staffed by YWCA advocates committed to helping women transform their lives. In addition, the YWCA's Adobe Aftercare program gives graduates of the Safe House an opportunity to continue receiving support services for up to 2 years. Here at the Safe House, families experience a warm, home-like setting with their own space, bedrooms, and community kitchen. Numerous classes and programs help women develop independence, confidence, self-sufficiency, and life-coping skills. Here, hope lives in small, important ways. Every woman receives a handmade quilt, a symbol of home, warmth, and security. Here, love resides. A furry friend is given to each child, and cuddling is a way of life. At the Safe House, support is constant, total, unconditional, special. Speaking of special, the YWCA also provides threatened children with a safe, unique educational environment. Called a Special Place Therapeutic Preschool, the school offers children a nurturing setting 5 days a week. Healthful nurturing through a nutritious breakfast, lunch, and snack every school day. Emotional nurturing from a staff specifically trained to work with abused children, helping youngsters in crisis learn how to live without fear, how to interact with others. And physical nurturing by way of the sensory garden, vegetable plots, and landscaping that engages a child's sense of sight, smell, taste, hearing, and touch.
I've been involved with the YWCA for several years now. As a businesswoman, it's very important to me that the agency is well run, it's fiscally sound, and it has a 35-year track record in Sonoma County of saving lives. But I'm also involved because of my heart. When I first heard the mission statement of the YWCA, empowering women, eliminating racism, it just spoke to the core of my being. And when I think about looking into the eyes of a woman or a child that needs our help, how could I say no?
For the young and helpless, the precious and innocent, the smallest victims of domestic violence, there is hope, thanks to a unique place and people. The YWCA Sonoma County Safe House and a Special Place Therapeutic Preschool. These are the only facilities of their kind in Sonoma County, the only place of protection, the only shelter of security for the threatened and abused, the only preschool offering on-site counseling to traumatized children. And they need your help. As the economic crisis has deepened, reports of domestic violence are increasing and funding is decreasing. Now, more than ever before, your financial support is needed, is critical, for a lot of little reasons.